Morning. The theme of this week's assembly is aspirations. I hope it's a word that you've come across before, but aspirations, in case you haven't, means a strong desire, a longing or ambition, a goal that you are particularly aiming to achieve. I think that never has there been a better time to focus on our ambitions and to have a think about our goals. These are difficult times, that's for certain, and normal ways of life have certainly been very different, and the way in which we conduct our lives has been very much interrupted. But in my view, we must never lose sight of our goals and our aspirations. Now, as well as being the head of sixth form, as many of you will know, I also teach English and classical civilization at A-level. As part of classical civilization A-level, we study the work of the ancient poet Homer and his amazing epic poem, the Iliad, composed over 2,750 years ago. Now, the Iliad tells the exciting tale of the Trojan War between the Greeks and the Trojans, when the Trojan hero Paris abducted Helen, wife of the Greek leader King Menelaus of Sparta. Helen, who had the reputation of being the most beautiful woman in the world. It's a thrilling tale of warfare and heroism as the Greek and Trojan heroes battle it out, motivated by the quest for honour and glory, or what classical scholars call the heroic code. And it's that I want to focus on a little bit today. The concept of the heroic code is quite simple. Heroes aim or aspire to be the very best that they can be. They take on other heroes in life and death situations, and they never give up. They aim to win. If it is their fate to die on the battlefield, then they go down in a blaze of glory, in the hope that their name lives on. What is absolutely crucial about classical heroism is that ancient heroes never give up, and it doesn't matter which side they're on. Now, one of the reasons why Homer and the Iliad, like other great works of literature, are still being studied today is the fact that not only is the tale of Troy a brilliant epic poem about warfare, but it still speaks to us today and has got plenty of relevance. Especially that idea of the heroic code, always to be the best. Homer showed quite clearly that this is a kind of heroism, to have ambitions, to have aspirations, and to achieve as much as you can. As far as Homer's heroes are concerned, after life there was nothing very much, and therefore you had got to make your name while you lived. You had got to achieve glory. And this is what I want you to think about today and this week. What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What are your aspirations? And what are you doing to achieve those goals and aspirations and ambitions? As head of sixth form, one of the most rewarding aspects of my job is hearing of the many successes of our students once they have left school. I really enjoy helping students in the sixth form to achieve the very best results that they possibly can, and then to following their progress once they've left school. Many of our students go to university, many of our students go into higher level apprenticeships or go on and achieve exciting things in the jobs that they ultimately take on. This might be a fairly ordinary school in a fairly ordinary part of the country, but trust me, our students have always had aspirations and huge ambition, and they have gone on to achieve amazing things. What our students certainly prove is that you don't have to come from a rich family or attend a posh school to go on and achieve amazing things. That's certainly been true of one of our heroes who's certainly proved himself over the summer. Not someone who's come to our school, but someone who has been very much in the news. If you think about the Manchester United footballer Marcus Rashford, he's proved himself to be one of the big heroes of the summer. Born and brought up in a modest terraced house in Manchester, he's achieved an amazing success in football at the highest level and gone on to achieve other things by leading the campaign for children to have free school meals through the holidays and to champion the causes of people who are disadvantaged. Marcus Rashford is certainly a hero in my view, someone who has had high aspirations and set about achieving them. But thinking about our students, people who have achieved well at our school and then gone on to achieve amazing things in their careers, students from our schools have achieved success in all sorts of areas. I'm really proud the fact that some of our students have gone on to become doctors, vets, dentists, teachers, lawyers, nurses, financial giants. We have an ex-student who is now a High Court judge. We have got scientists, police officers, members of the armed forces, entertainers. One of our students from many years ago is a composer whose name I see from time to time on the credits of TV programmes, very often wildlife programmes, as having composed the soundtrack to those TV programmes. We have had students who have gone on to achieve great success in the caring professions as counsellors and advisors, engineers, designers and artists. Only yesterday a member of staff forwarded to me a lovely email that she'd received from a former student. Charlotte has achieved amazing things in the 3 or 4 years since she left us. She joined the Navy and through her job has travelled the world, been part of all sorts of exciting projects and is now buying her first house in Ashby, a remarkable achievement. When I opened up my emails last night, I also saw there coincidentally another email from a former student, a student who was with us almost 18, 19 years ago. She went and qualified as a lawyer and has worked in the European Union and is now working from home, self-employed, earning a shed load of money, to be honest, as a Microsoft trainer. We send lots of students to university, including all the top universities and including Oxford and Cambridge. Now what our successful students would certainly say, I know, if I could get them all in the room at one time, is that what you have to do is that you have to, in order to turn your aspirations into reality, is that you've got to seize the opportunity. You've got to take advantage of those chances, those opportunities that come your way, and don't let anything pass you by. There's a Latin phrase for that, it's carpe diem. You've got to seize the day. You can't stand still, you can't waste time. And that's where I want you to think about yourselves and your focus and your aims and your ambitions. As I said at the start of this assembly, these are difficult times and it would be very easy to lose your focus and to lose your direction at the moment, but don't. The pandemic is going to be over at some point, we don't know when. We've got great hopes of the effectiveness of a vaccine and that keeps us going and that gives us a bit of optimism for the future. But you need to keep your focus, you need to think about what you want to achieve. It's going to cost you, it's going to be hard work, but don't let yourselves get distracted. Don't make excuses for not seizing the opportunities. Think about what you want. Think about what you want to achieve. Use your talent and don't let it pass you by. For those of you particularly who are in year 11 and year 12 and year 13, you've got one chance at your exams at the moment. Just make sure that you are getting the very, very best possible results that you can in order to go ahead and achieve your dreams and achieve your goals. You can do it. There is a huge amount of talent in this school. And I look forward to hearing about future successes from all of you in the coming years.